HTC One Mini 2 expected June 2014. The HTC One Mini 2 is a follow-on from last year's original One Mini, and it takes its inspiration from the desirable new HTC One M8. But although the One Mini 2 looks very much like the One M8 on the surface, underneath it is a very different handset. Compared with the One M8, the One Mini 2 is around 15% smaller and lighter. The display is a 4.5-inch 720 by 1280 pixel panel, compared with the 5-inch 1080 by 1920 pixel panel on the M8, although that sort of trade-off is expected given the smaller size. What is disappointing though is the 1.2 GHz quad-core CPU with 1GB of RAM, which is much less powerful than the 2.3 GHz 2GB combination in the M8. The exotic dual 4-megapixel rear camera on the M8 has been replaced by a conventional 13-megapixel one, which some people will probably prefer, plus a 5-megapixel snapper on the front. There is 16GB of internal flash storage plus a microSD slot, and the One Mini 2 is an LTE capable device with NFC. It comes with an FM radio, an MHL port for an HD TV, and all the usual smartphone features are here as well. The One Mini 2 has a 2110 mAh battery, smaller than the M8, but it still has a useful capacity. This is an Android 4.4 device with all the usual HTC add-ons, so in many ways it will behave exactly like its bigger sibling in terms of user experience. HTC say that the One Mini 2 should be available from June onwards in Europe, Middle East and Asian markets. In the UK, Phones for You say that it will cost around £360 or €440 SIM-free. Many retailers start pre-orders for the phone at the end of May. Although the One Mini 2 lacks the processor speed or RAM of the M8, it does retain many of the other features that make the M8 attractive, but it's still quite a pricey device, and for around a third more you can have the full fat version instead. Given that, we'd probably still recommend going for the M8 over the One Mini 2.